Well, good afternoon. This is Fancy Nancy from FancyNancyStamps.com, and I'm welcoming you to my studio today. Oh, another beautiful day in Spokane, Washington. We're right about 90 degrees, and I still have that beautiful family of goldfinches right outside my window. Oh, I'm telling you, what a great place to work, as my husband says. It couldn't get much better than this. I'm looking up at their nest as they're flying in and out. It's just in the deck above me. Well, anyway, to work. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I did last night. Last night I attended one of my downline meeting, in which she was teaching 14 different ways to use the pastels. What a class that was. It was awesome. And so I wanted to bring a little bit of what I learned to the table and to use it. I had always planned today to make a card using our hand pen memories and more packet. So I'm going to use both ideas because I've got to practice what I just learned last night. So let's take a look at all the materials I have in front of me that we're going to use. Here we go. This is our hand penned memories and more kit. And most of you know that you have these 3x4 cards, which are awesome. When mixed with some layers, they fit just beautifully on these nice note cards that come also in the pack. They also have just as many of these larger cards. You can cut them, you can use your dies and just do amazing things with them. They also have these wonderful envelopes that also go with this kit. So you can see card making, you can simply just add a sentiment, a layer, an embellishment, and your card is done. Well, today I wanted to see what would happen if I used my 3x4 cards and my note cards instead of these larger cards that come with the kit. So that's what I'm about today. I want to see what it looks like to use one of the, I have yet to do this, to use one of the smaller sentiments and go to work on it. So let me show you, oh, I've got to show you one more thing. I got to show you the pastels. I am really old school. I didn't get the new pastels. I've been in the business for 15 years and I still had these. But look at the color, a number of colors in there. Oh yeah. Well, I think the new pastels are even better. I just need to tell you that. But this is what I have right now until my new order comes in with the brand new pastels. But I still had to play. So I took out my silicone mat right here, and I took these small little, I'm just going to grab one and see what I can do so I can just demonstrate for you. I used my take a pick tool and I wanted to use the spatula end, and so I took one of these and I just brushed out what I needed onto that silicone mat. You can see that. So that is the medium that I have to work with, and I can just put these away, but at least you can see what I was up to. So I'll put that away, and I need to restore my take a pick tool because I know I'm going to need this other piece before I'm done. So just keep that in mind because that's going to be another one of our little pieces. I cut some layers, and I picked out my favorite my favorite saying, and I decided this is where I was going to start. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer this Anything is Possible on this cinnamon cider background, and all I have done is use 1/8. So obviously if these are 3 by 4, this is 3, the second layer is 3 1/8 by 4 1/8, and let's just put that on there. Let's see what we get here. I also wanted to draw more attention to the flowers, so I'm going to add my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to put a little glitter and pop on these beautiful flowers. I love Wink of Stella. I don't know how we lived without it. So that's added, and hopefully you can see that little bit of glitter. And I'm going to set this one aside. We'll come back to this in a few minutes. The next thing I want to do is to take my, I want to do the inside next. So I decided with Anything is Possible, I want to use this as a card, like a graduation card, like somebody starting out a new adventure. Maybe it's a new job, but that's what we're going to do here. And I believe, I'm trying to think what this one is. Why don't I measure it so you know exactly that our note cards are 3 1/4 by 5. So this is going to be 4 1/4 by about 2 5/8. So let's just start with that. And I'm going to use my cinnamon cider to do my sentiment. And this sentiment says, time for a new adventure. I think I'm going to put it right about here. Okay, and I'm also going to use the cinnamon cider as the background, or the color for the outline. And I'm looking for, here it is. I know I'm going to get kind of messy, and so I want to kind of protect my tabletop here. So I'm going to put this down, and I want to use the hand penned, Biggest Blossom from Hand Penned. So I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to use that cinnamon cider, but I really don't want all of it. I just want a little bit of it. So I'm going to do it like this. There we go. Set that aside. And I think I'm even done with this one. And I'm going to color it using these smaller stamps, and I am going to use Cameo Coral for the largest flower. There we go. And ooh, that's a little dark. I think I'm going to try this again because I'm not sure I like how dark that is. I wonder if I should get my pale papaya. Well, we'll just do a little experimenting here. Back for time for a new adventure. There we go. And we'll stamp up the outline again. Sorry about that. Sometimes things don't just go quite the way we intend. Trying to decide my best way to have this on here. I think we'll do that. Oh, that's pretty. All right. And now I'm going to play with that stamp one more time and see if I stamp it off a couple times, if I'll get the color I want. Nope, I think I want papaya. So let me grab an ink pad. Good thing I went hunting for things earlier today because I knew right where that ink pad was. So let's just put this Calypso Coral aside. And let's try this. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I'm feeling better now. All right, and these smaller flowers I want to do in Bumblebee. I think I'm going to do this one. And then I'm going to do my small ones in Bumblebee. And I purposefully am planning on not coloring all the pieces. And I'll explain here in a minute. I want to leave some of that open, so I just wanted a little bit of color. So we have the Bumblebee and the Pale Papaya. And I'm going to stop, and I'm going to put this on this piece of layer cardstock. Again, it's the color I've used here is Cinnamon Cider. And you just saw why I set out a brand new stamp still because I knew I was nearly out, and now I am. Ooh, that's pretty. So I'm going to put this on the inside of my card, but just not quite yet. I also think this would be a good time to add my Wink of Stella on this one as well as the front. Because I'm Fancy Nancy and I like lots of sparkle. This is going to be fun. Okay, feeling good. All right. I'm going to put it on the inside of the card, but just not quite yet, just so you know. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my chalk lesson from last night, which I enjoyed immensely. And I have put sort of 3 colors. It's a tale of several cities here. But I've mixed some because these are really old and the colors really don't match our colors today. So what I want is this corner, or this edge, I want a preponderance of green. And just to show you, this is going to lay down on it, and I want the green to come around. So let's start with, I'm going to use an ink dauber, but in this case it's going to be a chalk dauber, and I'm going to kind of mix up these colors together, and I'm going to chalk it on here, and then begin to blend. I'm going to like this. Now my piece that I have is going to cover a good deal of this card front, so I don't need to overdo. Let's check it out. What do we think? Yes, I think that's lovely. And I'm just going to put just a tiny little bit right about here, because more is going to show on this other side. Okay, and then I want to take some of this delightful yellow color, which I think is a lot like Bumblebee, and I'm going to put it across the top. Yep, nice color. I'm going to kind of blend it in here. Okay, and then towards the bottom I want something that's a little bit more like the cinnamon cider, but I didn't have anything really close to that, so I've mixed up some colors, and I'm hoping this is going to do the trick for me. And I want that to come across this bottom. Okay, oops, my hands have got chalk on them, got to be careful here. All right. Now, my teacher, my downline, Nancy Jones, taught us to shake off. I want to get some of this off here. To shake this off a little and then just burnish it. We used cotton balls last night, and of course I searched this morning and didn't have any, but I do have these wonderful 100% cotton makeup remover things. And I thought, well, this will work. What we just need is a good tough texture to kind of just burnish it and blend it and make it pretty. Okay, so now you can see what I've tried to accomplish. I've tried to get some color because I have no background that I thought would just be perfect for this one, and it was a small enough area. I'm going to get rid of this. It was a small enough area that frankly any designer series paper as a background was really kind of a waste because there just wasn't enough space showing. So now I want to show you what I've kind of tried to accomplish here. And for me, that's too stripy, so I've got to do something here to kind of blend some of this together by adding some colors. And I'm just going to kind of see what happens here. See what that did. Much better. Okay. So now, as you can see, I've got the green around and I've got this lighter color. And I think I am going to put that on. This is so much fun. And I really wanted that color to show. Trying to decide if I want to take it all the way over. I do. I want to do something kind of different. There we go. Thank you, Nancy, for teaching me this. Oops, it's heavy. I didn't fold that yet. So let's just do a nice firm crease. Okay, anything is possible. And time for a new adventure. We're going to put this on the inside. I'm wondering if I should chalk a little green on there. I really hadn't thought about it till right now, but it needs green. Don't you agree? Well, let's have a little fun. Let's just experiment. We have nothing to lose. I'm going to take and just chalk it up. This surface is more porous than the paper I was practicing on earlier, and it seems to really absorb this chalk, which is kind of interesting. This is going to make kind of pretty. I'm going to show you. I'm going to add some color here in a minute. I'm just kind of being a goofball because I have no idea what I'm doing except adding color. Okay, I'm going to add some of that yellow, just in spots, just to give it some character. And then I'm going to add some of that whatever color I thought I made here. Let's try a little burnishing here. Now what does that do when we lay this down? Well, it definitely adds some color. Now one last thing. I think I'm going to chalk these green leaves. Oh. Yep. This is fun. All right. Now I'm going to wish I had put some color in that flower. So I'm thinking about what color I could add that would work with this. Anything is possible. Front. What? I think I'm going to leave it just as it is. All right. My hands are now a little dirty. They're awfully chalky. Just clean them up here. But isn't this fun? This is a whole different adventure. I'm going to make sure I've got all this out of here first. I hope Miss Nancy is watching my video so she knows that I practiced what she taught me last night. Whew. Okay, there we go, you guys. We had fun today. So, using our chalks, we made a cute little background. We added a layer, we wink of stellid, and then we put our one in here. And I think this definitely needs some pretties. So let me get out my, I think we'll use green ones. I love Genial Gems. I think they're some of the most beautiful ones we've ever had. There we go. What do you think? So now we have anything is possible. We've used our chalks. We've used a little wink of Stella. We used Memories and More. And we've layered a little bit. And we've made just a very simple card from our kit. So that's my plan for today. This will be over on my blog. I have been absolutely neglecting my blog, but I have a good day tomorrow with nothing planned, and I can get back to that blog. Also, don't forget Summer Shenanigans. Be sure you're making comments when you watch these videos, and let me know you're there so that I can give you credit and give you an entry into Summer Shenanigans, because you know the drawing is coming up next week, and I can't wait. We will draw, I believe, next Thursday. Today is 15th, so no, it's sooner than that. Let me see. Today is the 15th. So we will be drawing next Tuesday. So get ready, because we're going to have some fun with that too. I want people to have to get prizes and to think we're up to no good. Don't forget, every entry that is earned throughout the summer is going into the big drawing, which will be September 20th, and that will be a $50 shopping spree with me. So I hope you are enjoying your shenanigans, and you're making comments and sharing videos and subscribing where you can, and you're also making these cards. And I want you to know those pastels are amazing. So do try them out. I have ordered my own set of new ones, even though my old ones are pretty cool too. I want to make sure that I'm doing what everybody else is doing, and I'm a good leader and demonstrator for everyone. So until next Tuesday at 4 o'clock, I wish you happy stamping and hope you enjoy trying something new. Memories and More, terrific bargain. Pastels, another great bargain. When you're over on my website at www.fancynancystamps.com, you can hit the shop button and it'll take you right to my shopping spree, and you can order to your heart's content, and I welcome that and would love to have you as a customer. Until next Tuesday, I'll see you then. Bye.